We turn now to the Wildcat Fire still burning in the backcountry.
We are hearing reports that a firefighter has been injured. Our team coverage begins right now with Konstantin live in Chapel 8. Phil.
You're looking at an ambulance just by the Barona Museum, and they just put the firefighter inside the ambulance. As they were transporting him, we couldn't tell if they had actually had an injury or if it was a heat-related problem, but they literally brought in the Astrea helicopter that you see here in the bottom of the screen. Now, what they did was, we'll move over just a little bit here so you can see what was happening. They were up in the hills over here to the north area, and they were brought them up to this area right in the middle of the hills, and the firefighters up there had them under these trees out here for quite a while in the shade, and then they eventually, when the helicopter brought them in, they brought them over to the area by the museum and then dropped down out there. Now, we still have lots of firefighters out here. Now, we'll survey the area for you. This big, long red patch here is where they dropped fire retardant, and that seemed to pretty well set the boundary for this fire that was out here. Now, we're looking at all this burned area. This is about halfway between Barona and going over towards San Diego Country Estates. Now, there's lots of firefighters out here. They are still working as what you would call a mop-up operation. All right, back to you at the desk.
All right, Phil, thank you. Firefighters are starting to gain the upper hand on the Wildcat Fire. It is now 38% contained.
But, you know, with the hot weather, things really could change in an instant. Our Gene Kang has been following the story throughout the morning. He joins us now live. Gene.
Dan and Michelle, good morning. Let me set the scene here on the ground. This is the Barona Fire Department, which is the staging area for CAL FIRE and mutual aid. As you mentioned, the Wildcat Fire has burned 170 acres so far and is 38% contained. CAL FIRE tells me that it could take days because the fire is so large, and also because of this scorching heat, it is quite a challenge for all the fire crews. Hundreds of firefighters from San Diego, LA, Orange County, and others joining forces against the Wildcat Fire in Barona. The heat is on in more ways than one.
You know, they're dealing with some steep, rocky terrain out there. Temperatures are going to start rising here. Humidity is going to drop, so that's going to be of concern. They're going to be dealing with the elements out there.
Oh, nice. There we go.
The wildfire spread quickly through dry brush on hillsides and ravines east of the Barona Casino. Dozens of acres have burned so far. 7 homes were evacuated in the backcountry area, specifically in the southeastern part of the Barona Indian Reservation. Residents had to evacuate to the casino. The flames started at Wildcat Canyon Road and Acuna Way in Lakeside around 5 o'clock last night. CAL FIRE doesn't know what caused it, and it could be a while before it's 100% contained.
But when you're going up and down hills, you're dealing with the rocks, all of those different things. It takes a while for the crews to get in there and to get a line cut all the way around that fire. So it could take a few days.
We can tell you that Wildcat Canyon Road is back open and there is no fire threat to homes or businesses in the area, which is the good news. And right now, any evacuation orders have been lifted, but CAL FIRE tells me what's really a challenge is this hot weather and low humidity.